Hi, this is Lisa from Local King Rubber Stamp. Welcome to my channel. Have you got a chance to watch the last video, LK332, watercoloring with mica powder? And if you haven't checked it out, make sure you watch this video because I already explained how we can using one stamp to create like a bunch of the tulips. So today's video we are going to do some coloring. I'm going to share with you guys how to use the Local King's magic marker mixed with the mica powder to create those kind of shimmering color. And also I'm going to share with you how can you create these jar for or tulips, and also how to extending these tulips. So let's start it. Okay, so first, that's working on this jar. So I have acetate here, and if you have purchased acetate from me before, remember all the acetates come with the protection sheet. So we're going to do that. And when I want to create this card, I want to create that I put the tulips in the jar, and then I don't have any jar stamp images, so I was looking for and I found at least the Garden of the Life have this jar, so which is perfect to create the container for my flower. But after I created, after I die cut it, I found out this jar is actually too big. I'm going to show you what I mean. So I have this acetate and I just put my die cut on top, and then I've been explaining the acetate is kind of resist. It's hard to die cut. So there is a way to make sure that we can have a clean cut. So what you're going to do is after you put your die cut on the piece of acetate, you are going to use a piece of scrap paper. Okay, and then just put on top of that acetate. So if your paper is cut, that means your acetate is cut. If your paper is not cut, that means your acetate is not cut. So let me go cut it. I will be right back. Okay, so here is a great tip. You can see that my scrap paper is cut, right? You can give it a try if you don't use a piece of scrap paper on top, and then you are going to have a very hard time to cut your acetate. But as long as when you put a piece of scrap paper on top, the cutting acetate is going to be much easier than without it. If you don't believe me, give a try and you will find out. So when you're cutting the acetate, you probably have to run through your machine few times to be able to cut this thick acetate. Okay, so here is my acetate. Okay, and then most of the time people will make like a 5x5 or 6x6 car, or 5x7 I think is the biggest is a car, like a most common size, right? So here is my jar from the Garden of the Life, and then here's two of the tulips that are already cut, right? So after I cut it, I try to put inside my jar, and then most like at least the flower is go inside the jar. It doesn't really looks nice arranged. So I was thinking, okay, I need to make my container a little bit small, so that's why I come out with this idea. Actually, I am going to use my die cut. Where did the die cut go? So here's my die cut, and then we are going to cut again. So I am going to kind of put my tape like this. You can even like make an even shorter one, so like this. Okay, so make sure your bottom part is a horizontal. You don't want your jaw leaning in one side, so make sure the bottom part is flat. And then like I say, it's very very important, you got to use one extra scrap paper on top. If you put a scrap paper on top, you run through the machine, probably just 2 times you will cut through the acetate. Without that, you probably have to spend like a 5 or 6 times, and it's still not guaranteed. Give it a try and then let me know if it's work. Okay, see, my paper is cut, so that means my acetate is cut. It's like magic. And then now I have my small vase that I create. Is that awesome? So if you have the Garden of the Life stamp set or die cut set, definitely give it a try. If you don't have, this is the fun part. Go dig into all your stamp and die cut set. Sometimes you probably don't have the stamp or die cut image you're looking for, but be creative. Use something you already have and then make it work. That's the best part of the rubber stamping. Okay, so next we are going to add a little bit water into our vase. So because we are going to put the color on the acetate, you have to make sure that if you have a Copic marker, you can use the Copic marker to do the watering. If you don't have it, you can use the alcohol ink. So this is what I do. I just put a little bit this alcohol ink on top, and then I'm going to just mix with a little bit alcohol, make it a little bit round. Okay, just like this, and then you're going to leave it to let it dry. Okay, if this is some extra ink, you can just use a napkin or Kleenex. Kind of just pick it out, the extra one, and the alcohol actually dry pretty fast, just like that. Okay, so I'm going to just leave it and then let it dry. I'm going to put on the side, and then now I'm going to share with you guys how to extend it your tulips. So we have this tulip, and then remember I was explaining in my video, the first one, because the design, one of the tulips is actually go inside my jar. I don't want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just trimming. Okay, one, and I'm going to just trimming off the flower part. Only the stem part. This one too. And then I am going to do the other one. So two, just this side. Okay, and I'm going to just glue this part. So now I have a longer stand, and then I can put inside the jar. So it's very easy. What I'm going to do is I am going to just use glue. Okay, or you can use a double-sided tape, just a little bit glue, and then it's very, very easy to line up. That's one, and then that's two. Ta-da! So, just break it. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Okay, just be careful. Try to don't leave any glue on top of your car surface, because if you want to color them, those glue is kind of going to create some kind of mask, and then you won't be able to put beautiful color on your tulips. So this is the original one, and then see my tulips is actually become longer. So now after my container is dry, I can put my flower inside the container, and then I think that looks just awesome. Okay, so my last video I was share with you guys how to coloring with the mica powder and how to use the hairspray to seal it, right? And then now this one we're going to try something different, and we are actually going to use the Local King's magic markers. So those markers they are designed for color directly on the shadow stand, but they are actually very moisture and they are very juicy. You can do a lot of things. So sometimes if you are not sure what color you should use, what I will do is I will use my phone to find some tulips picture that help me to color. And then the nature is a beauty. There is like those tulips color you can never enjoy, you can, they are never, oh there's one fly, never enough, like yellow mixed with bright red. They are just so beautiful. And the some like light purple color mixed with pink. It's just beautiful. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to try to have orange and the red, and then after I finish I'm going to add some gold mica powder on top. So this is what I do because those markers are really moisture. You just use some smooth surface. You can use a piece of acrylic block, or you can just use this laminator sheets. And then I need my water here, and then a fine brush all the time. Oops, brush is flying away. Okay, and then I'm going to just use this orange, and I'm going to just color directly on top. It's just like a watercoloring. I know a lot of you guys are like an expert of the coloring, so I am not going to fast forward it because some of you guys want to see how I color. So I start with a little bit light orange, and I kind of just mix with a little bit red, like this. And sometimes just different my brush, just use like a light color, watercolor. So you got to use water, right? And then mix a little bit red again, kind of like the color take over itself. Okay, so that's my foundation, and I am going to put a little bit more, and that will do. Okay, a little bit thicker color, so that's going to be darker. Okay, just like that. And then if you want more orange, we can add a little bit more orange. Okay, darker orange. So sometimes you just want to work a little bit, and then you are lazy to bring all the watercolor out. So that's just do this. Okay, and then we're going to try something else. We can add a little bit purple too. Red and purple create a kind of like a darker red. Just give a little bit shadowing here. Okay. Next, we are going to do something. So, oops, kind of clean my brush first, and I'm going to just put a little bit clear water around like a 1/3 area, and then I'm going to try to use a little bit pink. Okay, mix with a little bit water, and then you just kind of put on the top like 1/4 area, and then you holding your die cut vertical, kind of like the water run by itself. And then you can just help by using your brush, give it a little bit, kind of just let them move around. And then same thing, I'm going to color a little bit on the bottom. And then same thing, I'm going to use my pink, add a little bit magenta. Okay, and I'm going to kind of just put a little bit color here, kind of let it run by itself, like this. Okay, if it's too much color, you kind of just dab it a little bit. Okay, and then that's wait until it's completely dry. And this one, I'm going to just make like a yellow with a little bit orange. yellow mixed with a little bit orange. Very, very light color, like this. Okay, and I'm going to just dry it and come back to give a little bit shadow, and then that's it. See how easy this is, how I coloring with the markers. Okay, and then we're going to working a little bit on the green, so put a little bit olive green and put a little bit darker green, and we are going to just color the stem. Like this. So I will die cut first and then do the coloring. So just in case if I mistakenly put my die cut some wrong place, and then I don't have to feel very painful, spend all the time to do the coloring, and then I die cut and I screw up, and then I have to do all over again. So kind of just a color this. Boo Boo is kind of complaining upstairs. Okay, just do the coloring. Just kind of give a foundation color first, and then we can come back to working on the detail. Okay, it's a spring break in Canada. It's a spring break in US. I was doing a live, and nobody's online. So where is everybody on the vacation? Okay, so that's a color for my tulips, and now it's time to working on the detail. So I'm going to use a little bit darker green and add a little bit navy blue. Don't need too much. Clean your brush all the time and then mix, so that way I get a darker green. And then just choose some of the leaf part, just make a little bit darker color, so that way it looks more realistic. Okay, so like these, some of them. Okay, so and then how easy is to clean? Just mix with a little bit of water and then you can easily clean. And then now for my tulips, I am going to, what you can do is you can actually directly put some color on top, and then you use your brush to kind of blending the darker color. But be very careful. First of all, you got to make sure that you use a watercolor paper. That way they can hold the water better. And then when you put this darker color, don't put too much, just a little bit. And then kind of use that color as your foundation, kind of just blending it. Just borrow that. You don't need a lot. Okay. Kind of just do that. Isn't that pretty? See, my tulips is become like a tulip. Duh. I will find the other time to do the live video. Haven't done any live video for a while, and hopefully next time I will meet some of you guys. One of the reasons I didn't do a lot of video because Boo Boo had a little accident few 10 days ago. He accidentally cut. He went to those kind of zooming moon and then run inside the house, and he hit the stove. His leg went under the stove, so had a big, like a deep cut. And he ended up to have 12 stitches, and that was the main reason keep me busy, because got to keep eye on him because he doesn't really do well with the comb, so I have to keep eye on him that he doesn't leak his wound. So the stitches are already removed. He is almost come back to the normal. and I was so glad that I got the pet insurance, because this little accident, it cost $1,500. So when I got a boo boo, I was kind of struggling. Should I get the pet insurance or not? But it is what it is, because now everything is just it's just getting so expensive. um I think instead of like a bling vet or animal hospital, I really think if you want to have a pet, you really have to think about the, because everything's getting so expensive. Without the deposit, your credit card, they won't even take a look at your injured puppy or dog. I know it's pretty sad, because who can afford that kind of bills, right? So if you can afford to have a pet insurance, at least get just that for the accidental one, like for the accident only, so that will at least cover part of the vet bill. So this time Boo Boo did this. It is actually absolutely the accident, right? So even though the vet, like this animal, it is actually very fancy animal hospital. They do have a fancy service. The service is excellent. I was actually very happy with their service, but the bill is really shock, because the COVID, they don't really let the people get inside the hospital. They kind of asked me to parking in the parking lot. They bring the dog in, and then before they giving the treatment, before they get my credit card, they say they have to give me an estimate, and if I'm okay, I have to sign some document and leave my credit card information, and they will give him the treatment. And then because this is a fancy hospital, they actually does provide the fancy service, so they fire the claim for me. I don't have to deal with the insurance company. So that's what happening for the past 2 weeks. I didn't really get a chance to working on my video or anything. So that's what's look like my tulips. I know a lot of you guys want to see how I coloring. So this is how I coloring, and then I'm going to add a little bit mica powder. If you have a mica powder, use mica powder. If you don't have a mica powder, use a perlax. They are the same. So I am going to actually do the white. Where is the white? That was the white. Oh, here. Oh, I was mentioning in my last video, I get the 35 color. How much was that? Don't remember how much is the price. But I will put the link below. You guys can take a look. So I'm going to just pick up a little bit tiny, but I don't need a lot. Oop, that's too much. And I'm going to put a little bit green. So for this pink one, you can see there's more white color. For the orange one, I'm going to do more gold color. Okay, make sure you clean your brush. Okay, and then we're going to mix with water. Like I say, you got to have enough water. You really don't need a lot. Okay, but you got to have enough. Mix well. Make sure all the powder is mixed. Okay, and then I'm going to just find some spot to give it some highlighted. We don't need a lot. Okay, just like that. Can you see better this shimmy color? Woo, that's so pretty. And we're going to do the gold color. Always clean your brush. Okay, and then this gold one, kind of just brush a little bit, or you can use those, what's that called, winky Stella, not really good with the name. Wink Stella. Okay, so now look at this beautiful touch. Okay, and then remember, because they are the powder, right? You have to spray with the hairspray. Otherwise, if you touch it, they will come off. So I think this laminator sheet is a really good idea because it can be easily clean. And then I am going to just seal it. It's not sticky and it smells good. Okay, and then we wait until it dry. And then now my jar is dry with water inside. Ooh, I think that's really pretty. Okay, so I have my basic card here. Okay, my jar here. Ooh, is it still wet? Oh, make sure my table, my working space is. Okay, I have my foundation card, and for the back, ooh, what is that? Oh, that's okay. I'm going to cover it, so it's okay. So I'm going to use this Living Forest. I've been using this background stamp for a lot of other things. Okay, and then you know what? 2022, everything is just a mess. So I don't think so. In 2022, I'm going to have a new design, and then I'm going to focus on what we have. So don't worry, you don't have to purchase the new stuff because this year probably don't have the new stuff. So I'm trying to use what we have in the stock and to create the project to share with you guys. So, and then I use this one. It's a Distress Oxide. It's an antique liner, and then I just find that the color is go with it. And then I'm going to just put on top, and then just use my finger. Or is that dirty? Okay, so just you can stamp that, but I just found out this way works better. Okay, it's not in the center, who cares? It's good, it's handmade. And then I have my vase here. Isn't that cute? The one you create yourself. If you want, you can use a StazOn to stamp image on top. It will work. And then for my tulips, because I extending the stand, and then now it works perfect. So if you want to put some ribbons on top, you can do that. And you can put some of this raffia. And I have this die cut. I actually like it. I think I maybe create some digital image for those kind of things. You can die cut it. So let me just put all together, and I will be right back. Okay, so now my tulips, I probably have to trimming a little bit because it is actually kind of too long. Or maybe not. Okay, so here is what you're gonna do. I want to have a room to put on the bottom of here. So I probably going to trimming a little bit. Now it's actually too long. Interesting, huh? Okay, so here is what you're gonna do. You are going to put this one. Okay, and then you are going to use foam tape. Okay, and then remember, Local King's die cut is some pre-cut area like this paddle. Is actually you can pop them out, kind of just you know, bend it a little bit. Okay, and then that's good. So I'm going to use a foam tape. Okay, let's do this. Where is my vase? My vase is here. That's good. And then I have the other flower like that. Okay, so do these. Tulips is one of my favorite flower. Do you like tulips or the daffodil? So I will create a more video. Okay, and here is how you glue your acetate. I actually just put the tape, or you can put the glue. Come on. Or you can use a glue dot. Okay, and then just put here. Put in the middle. And then maybe you want to adjust your tulips a little bit. You can put the lower too. So you can kind of arrange. Okay. And then that would do. And then we are going to put these. So I probably going to working on some digital file for the like a vertical sentiment, and then let's give a ladybug. Or you know what? Just give me an idea. So this is the flower vase. It's a clear one. We can do sorry for the coughing. We can do the ceramic one, so we can use the some kind of pottery color cardstock, and then stamping with like a crackle background stamp to kind of create some kind of texture. So I think here probably we are going to need some twine. Let me get some twine. Actually, I found this beautiful twine, so I am going to just because it's kind of seeing through, hard to see. So I think this twine, it definitely can add it out. It looks much better. I tried to put the ribbon, but I found out it's kind of too much. So I think this twine is works just perfect. Maybe we can put some goldfish inside too. Okay, that's it. So let me grab my stuff. So make sure the spring promotion is started now. You know, the shipping expense is one of the reasons that we probably don't have a new design this year, because the shipping, everything is just get so expensive. Look, the gas, I think in US the gas is $6 a gallon. In Vancouver is 2.15 a liter. And if you are interested to purchase a box of a magic mushroom, take the what's that? Take advantage of this free shipping, and also 20 plus 5% off for the magic mushroom, and all the orders on $100 is free shipping to US and Canada. And if you check your package when you receive your order, you will find out how much I pay for that order. So during this tough time, we are trying to do our best to keep a business running, and thank you so much for your support. Okay, so I am done with this one. This one actually I color with alcohol markers. And this one, the back is crooked, so I'm going to send it to my sister-in-law. But I do like this mica powder touch up. I think I'm probably going to add a little bit more. So this is alcohol marker, and this is just a Local King's magic marker. You cannot really tell what's the difference, right? So with a little bit touch up with this mica powder, I think it definitely looks so pretty. And then this is my last video. If you haven't got a chance to check it out, and for all the digital file is already 50% off, but with the spring sale is 20 plus 5% off. So it's like a 75% off for all the digital file. It's new. If you have the digital die cut machine, make sure you check out our digital category. Take a look. Like this BZB is I just uploaded, is one of our brand new set, and I will upload slowly for digital file. And my digital file is different with the other digital file because I kind of add this offset already. If you don't add this offset, you can decide. If you don't want it, you can cut it off, but I think it's good to have it because with a quick cut die cut machine, if you want to print and die cut, they will add a very thick block line. So sometimes after they cut it, though that big thick block line is kind of annoying. So what I do is I actually have this offset set up already. When you die cut it, that's exactly what it look like. So digital is the future, and I know some of you guys probably don't have a die cut machine yet, but I really highly recommend it because like this BCV digital side digital image set is only $2.99, and you will get it another 25% off. The regular price is $5.99. If you want to purchase a stamp set, it's $17.99 plus the $3.50 shipping. So, and then for the digital die cut, you can zoom out, zoom in, have all different kind of size, but that's totally up to you. So hope you like it. It's just something new. I've been working on that, and if there any stamp set or die cut set you like to see I working on it, please leave me a comment, let me know. If you do like this video, make sure you give me a thumb up, leave me a comment, let me know. That will encourage me make more video to share with you guys. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know which one you like the best. Do you like these? You like these? Or you like these? Okay, this is Lisa from Local King Rubber Stand. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye!